The Sensorites, Part 1, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And we are off. We are without a Brian today.
It's been so long since I've seen this theme tune, actually. I watched it half.
Seriously?
It's great.
When's the last time you watched a Hartnell story?
Now, let me think.
Well, probably we did the last marathon, right? Like, what, 2 months ago?
Planet of Giants. It could have been. It might. Yeah, no, it might well have been that. Wow. It's been too long to watch a Hartnell. I suppose because I kind of went on a binge on them last year, and so now I have to have a bit of recovery time, if you know what I mean.
Quite. Jacob's here too, but Jacob was just vaccinated yesterday, so
and he is in pain.
Don't complain. I want a vaccine, and I'm not getting one, and you've got one, so don't hear any of it.
Yeah, we kicked out the extremely conservative government and replaced them with a slightly conservative government. Anyway, I think we're all like defenders of the Sensorites, right?
Oh yeah,
it's great. It's great.
I mean, come on, it's not anything brilliant, but people talk about drugs, but they just don't know how to get into good old-fashioned world building, because that's what this episode does. Well, it builds up a kind of different alien society.
It's also the first six-parter that does the classic 4-2 structure. Like mild curiosity on the junkyard. Sorry. You're gonna get loopy, Jacob. Is what you're gonna get.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
What was I saying? The 4-2 structure, I think it really works here. Like, you have that first 2 episodes being a really good contained horror story.
I have to say, it does the horror aspect of the first 2 episodes does completely die the moment they actually meet the Sensorites. That turns out they're a bunch of pussies.
Absolutely. I do prefer the first 2 episodes a lot, but I still like 3 through 6.
Yeah, I have to say, episode 1 is probably the best episode of it, because the ability to build up mystery in like these kind of early Classic Who episodes is just absolutely unparalleled in the rest of just TV in general. Like, just how effortlessly almost every episode 1 of kind of early Classic Who builds up this like, what the hell is going on, and gets you interested.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I love sort of the experimental shots in this story, like the spaceship designs.
Coming out of the TARDIS there. Yeah.
It's like it's a shot you see in New Who done with like a quick CG cut, like they did in like Bells of St. John. But like
this is a Mervyn Pinfield, right?
I know he directed most of this. Yeah, I think Frank Cox directed like episode 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but Pinfield, like, he didn't do nearly enough Hartnell stuff, because like his direction is always really nice.
This set looks really good, actually. Like, this has to be one of the best Hartnell spaceships, for sure.
Well, what's cool, these first 2 episodes were written so that they would be filmed all in one take. I remember this.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
What? Really... This is one take? Jesus.
Then
again, it's not really that surprising, because if you remember, by this time, by Doctor Who, having pre-recorded television that became common, but in the 50s, pretty much all BBC stuff was all
it was live.
Done live. Yeah, if you ever watched any of the Quatermass stuff
too, a lot of American stuff too was done live or recorded as live, just because editing cost a fuck ton of money.
Well, and film. It was mainly the fact that film was so expensive.
Yeah,
to record and because that's why they're going to do a few takes in Hartnell, because it got a little cheaper, but not that much.
Yeah, but like Peter R. Newman was used to was basically told when briefed, like, write stuff with like as few recording breaks as possible.
And so people will always take the mick out of Billy Fluffs because of the fact that, they only had a few takes and occasionally Hartnell got his lines wrong. But you look at some of the live television did back in the 50s. In episode 6 of Quatermass, there was actually like about a minute of dead air because part of the set had collapsed and they had to quickly rebuild it. And like, the BBC were about to pull the plug just before they hastily managed to get everything back in position. And it did kind of kill the tension of the finale. I mean, unfortunately, that episode is missing because the last 4 episodes of the first Quatermass are gone. But that's what happened on it.
Well, also,
I just need to watch. I've been to watch Quatermass for a while.
Oh, dude, Quatermass is brilliant, and you will see the influence on Doctor Who. Like Nigel Neal said, he didn't like Doctor Who because he felt it ripped him off. And while I don't feel that that's fair, the kind of style he did Quatermass in terms of like the kind of mystery introduced in episode 1 and kind of slow build up to maximum payoff in episode 6 very much did influence Doctor Who, and Quatermass is just outstanding. Like it is the basis for all kind of modern TV sci-fi.
Speaking of fluffs, there's in the American soap opera Dark Shadows, there's an episode where the set catches fire, and you can hear the crew in the background trying to put out this fire. Well, 2 actors are trying to have a scene, and
Jesus,
you do it.
Fucking hell. But yeah, I really need to watch Quatermass. There's
it's on YouTube. It's all on YouTube. There's no excuse.
My interest is mostly piqued because of the VNAs actually. I'm sure you've heard of Nightshade, Dylan, Mark Gatiss' first Who work.
Yeah, and probably one of his best Who works.
So yeah, so sort of like Gatiss in the story writes this character that's sort of like a play on Bill Hartnell's acting career. But he was in these old like BBC serials, and they're sort of based on Quatermass. So I was really interested in that.
Oh no, you'll like the moment you watch Quatermass, you'll see all of the influences that that kind of shaped Doctor Who, and especially a lot of the kind of VNA Big Finish writers. They are all avid Quatermass fans who let it influence them a lot, and you will understand a lot more references.
So I know there are like a couple different versions of the first one though. So like, how should I do? Because I know there are 3 of them in total, right? 3 Quatermass serials.
There's 4 actually, but one's by the ITV in the late 70s, but it's still by the same head writer Nigel Neal. So basically, the first Quatermass, the BBC only recorded the first 2 episodes, and actually, it's one of the earliest examples of surviving BBC television. But they decided the quality was too crap on the recording, so they didn't bother recording the last 4 episodes, which is really sad. So basically, there's no like off-air recordings or anything. It's just you've got the first 2 episodes, then just black. And there is a film version. I'm not a fan of the film version, but after maybe watching the first 2 BBC episodes, maybe watch the film just to kind of get to the end of the plot, more or less, rather than because it's actually a good version. But watch the BBC versions, the 2 surviving ones first. And then the next 2 BBC serials, Quatermass 2 and Quatermass in the Pit, they're all like complete. Like they're all complete.
Doesn't Quatermass 2 have Roger Delgado in it?
Yes, it did. Roger Delgado's in it.
Oh shit! Nice. Okay. Any other big Who actors in it?
I'm sure there is, but it's escaped my memory.
Isn't Andre Morel in one?
Yeah, Andre Morel. Andre Morel is Quatermass and Quatermass is the Pit. So Quatermass changes actor each time.
Okay.
Originally, that was because the first actor who played Quatermass, who was originally going to come back for Quatermass 2, died. So they had to get somebody else. And then the second guy didn't actually enjoy doing it. I mean, his performance I thought was really good, but he didn't really like it because he had no idea what the scientific terms he was like saying were. And so then they got Andre Morel, who people generally consider him the best Quatermass. I'm not sure who's my favourite because they're all kind of really good. At least out of the TV ones. I'm not a fan of the person they got for the first 2 Quatermass films, and I swear it's not just because he's American. I just don't like him.
Interesting.
I know there was a live remake of Quatermass Experiment.
Yeah, I watched the first 10 minutes of that, and I didn't enjoy it. I felt like that, even though the actors in it were really good, I felt like that acting was a bit ropey. And probably because they just, live television is a foreign concept to people today, I suppose, because they did it live.
If you want to do something live on television, you need to get like stage actors in.
Yeah, like they literally had Dick Tennant as one of the characters, but I didn't feel his performance was that good. It just felt like doing this kind of live television was a bit alien to him,
Weird.
Oh, I also love that we have I love how weird it's no one knows how the TARDIS works, so the lock can just come out and be burnt right out, so they're trapped outside of the TARDIS.
People just do whatever the fuck they wanted with the TARDIS. It's great.
The TARDIS now has a glory hole, I just want to say.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we love a good camera shake.
That was a good bit of overacting there. Quality. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it was overacting or underacting because it was kind of both at the same time, which is quite impressive.
That's the real skill.
I know people give like the camera shakes shit, but I think it's a good directorial technique, especially when
I feel like the set is shaking. I know they are shaking the camera, but it still feels like the set is shaking. If it's done well, guys, there's some really bad ones, like especially
in the 80s.
when they try to do it as an
the
effect,
80s ones.
and it looks horrible. Whereas in this one, they've just got some big oaf literally shaking it around, and it's so much better.
Also, like that simple effect of like the planet on the screen and slowly getting closer is really a nice effect. Like, it's a clever effect. Just because, like, what would a planet look like getting closer? And it wouldn't probably happen quickly because space.
And it's just got somebody literally holding a cardboard cut out of a circle, moving it further towards the screen.
It's great.
Well, again, so I think sometimes simple effects are better. Like,
I just point something out actually. So Hot was wearing his glasses now, but later in the episode he's using his monocle. So the fucking Mad Lad literally has glasses and a monocle. So the monocle is just for show. The monocle is just to show how refined it is.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having glasses and a monocle.
Monocle's so much more fun.
You're a Cyclops. You would benefit, Jacob. You're a Cyclops.
Anyway, the Yankee spy. The old monocle wearer, Von Wake.
Oh yeah.
What I have a feeling they switched to the monocle because like Hartnell lost his glasses or some shit.
Just this man that's sitting next to Hartnell, just like his whole aura comes across as like the perfect Mormon.
Why a Mormon?
I mean, he's just like polite and sexless, which is exactly what they want.
I think it's also the aesthetic. He just looks like a Mormon. I remember when I watched this story with a friend of mine. We kept like making jokes about the guy there. The character's name is Maitland. He like disappears halfway through the story just to stay on the ship with Barbara.
I like his rocket nipples though.
Oh yeah.
Hot. I always find it funny, like when you get to an episode where like one actor has to be written out because of vacation or whatever, and if it's Ian never gets a break. They're like, shit, we've written him out of the episode, but he still needs to do shit. So, Mr. Russell, you are going to be in this episode. We are filming your stuff early.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the best ones in the Reign of Terror, where like he's only seen the episode, is him in a 5-second shot of him like kind of sneaking away from the prison.
Yeah.
Wait. The water is through the but there was a water sign right there.
Water?
Yes.
Yeah, it is funny. It works like the Dalek City and sounds like the Dalek City. It's very funny indeed.
It's almost like Raymond Cusick was the designer on both of those stories.
Yeah, he wasn't the sound designer as well.
Who did the sound design? Who did the music?
Brown thing. It's the TARDIS. It's a TARDIS. This is actually.
Yeah. So Maitland is a pre-Hartnell
Doctor confirmed. Pre-Hartnell Doctor, and he's also the hybrid because he's combined with a Dalek. So pre-Hartnell Doctor hybrid confirmed. Russell predicted it. My God, Doctor Who lore is so shit now.
It is.
Like, we've got to consider all of these stupid retroactive kind of insertions into lore, and it's just like, can we not just have it that he's just a traveller rather than like the most importantest person ever to his society?
Or can we just like not make over the top story arcs?
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
When you have a Doctor who doesn't suit over the top story arc. Like, you don't see them trying to do over-the-top story arcs with Davison in Big Finish.
Oh my god! Imagine that. Imagine Jameson trying to hype up the ending finale.
Yeah.
Like Davison's story arcs are literally just character driven.
It's like the best Davison episodes are the ones where it's like only a few people are affected. You know, it's kind of just like quite.
Unless it's creatures of beauty, then that's an entire fucking.
Well, but I mean, in the sense that it kind of just focuses on the character kind of side, a few characters. Like, you don't have newsreaders from the planet talking like, this is the end of the world as we know it, like we have in every fucking RTD finale.
Oh, I saw Connor made a tier list today for New Who series finales, and he put fucking Last of the Time Lords in S tier.
But Last of the... Okay. I like Sound of Drums. Sound of Drums is fine.
Sound of Drums is fine. Utopia is amazing. Fucking Last of the Time Lords
is fine until the last half.
It is no. Last of the Time Lords is fucking awful, Jacob.
Listen.
The thing is, he unironically is part of the religion of Tennant's Doctor, so he probably loves the fucking Christ image.
He's probably chanting right along with them at the end.
Yeah, it's like, I believe in the Doctor.
Clap your hands if you believe in Time Lords.
I'm sorry, Connor, but some of your art
who did the score for this?
It's the guy who did the Keys and Mariners, Bernard Kay. Is that right? I think
so. I thought Bernard Kay was an actor.
No, Norman Kay.
Okay, well, it was a K. I was in the right area. And yeah, it's funny. Soundtrack sounds literally identical to the Keys and Mariners, apart from not as good. I can't stand the confusion in my mind. I had to do it. No, he's drunk. He's pissed. She has the biggest man bun in existence, even though she's not man. But
you can still call it a man bun. Yeah. I like the little rocket ships on his on his jacket there.
Actually, yeah. Does that like signify that he's a captain?
No. She's got him too.
Does she have him too?
Yeah, she does.
It just means they like rockets. That's it.
I'm the space captain.
You can tell because of the rocket ship on my jacket.
Wait, Morton Dill is a space captain, confirmed.
Yeah, but you see, Morton Dill. See, the Doctor may be from Hollywood, but Morton Dill is from space.
You know what what Dylan's Crazy American Accent made me think of is that, like, remember with like Paul McGann, they were originally just going to remake a bunch of Doctor Who serials in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the Sensorites with Americans?
Oh god.
Remaking classic Doctor Who stories in 45 minutes literally sounds like the worst idea conceivable. And even worse than it's by Americans, like, Jesus. Oh, it sounds horrible. I think it would actually, just make classic Who retroactively worse, knowing that they exist.
Though, hey, at least Lewis Kent hasn't started demanding I cover those.
Jacob, you know how to block someone from your channel, right?
Yes.
No, he's a sadomasochist, Joey. He's a sadomasochist.
But I like the engagement.
No, you don't, Jacob. Every time he comments on your videos, you message us like, "Oh my god, look what this fucker did again."
Oh yeah, he does have the rocket bits on him.
Yeah. That means he's from space.
License to space. License to space. Oh. Ooh, what's this?
Ooh.
A different sound effect?
It's the shittest laser cutter in all of sci-fi. That is the lamest laser cutter we've seen in all of Doctor Who. Like, we've seen many of them cut down these doors. What the fuck is that? Oh, see, you know what? I know why New Who isn't good now. There's not enough cutting down door sequences.
Exactly.
Classic Who is good, and there is a lot of cutting down door sequences. New Who isn't good, and has there even been? Oh wait, there was one in Bad Wolf Parting of the Ways, and that was a good episode. So there you go, point proven.
Point proven.
Oh, voyeurism incoming. Oh wait, oh no, it's not incoming. It's still waiting for a bit. So he just hangs outside the window.
Dart's eyes furiously.
Wait, is that actually the subtitle?
No, I don't have subtitles. No, I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't need subtitles for facial cue, but it would be fun if
Dart's eyes furiously.
maybe that's in the Target novel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look. I have the audible version of the Target novel.
I have it on Target as well.
All right, here we go. Let's see. I guess that'd be at the end of this chapter. Okay.
Is his hair even real? Is that T-Pain? It doesn't look natural.
Listen, I don't know. It probably is real.
Trying to find a part where it is.
Wait, is Joey just trying to flip through the Sensorites novel?
I'm looking at the Target novel. Yeah. Trying to find where this scene is. Oh, I love the. I remember on the commentary for this, I was watching it. William Russell, old ass William Russell. We know him, we love him. Fucking saw this Sensorite out the window, and I'm pretty sure he made a Mary Whitehouse joke if I remember correctly. Because you know how like.
Oh.
So like actors from who are like.
He's been watching them when they've been getting undressed. Is all I'm saying. The unwilling
warriors.
I cannot find this scene in the Target novel. Fuck.
It was so irrelevant.
That's interesting. The Sensorite's technically uncredited.
I mean, I guess
that's subhuman, Jacob.
I wish modern TV shows would actually like take time to let have the credits go by and you can actually read them.
Oh yeah, that's true. They do just.
The Sensorites, Part 2, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. I still can't find this scene. Okay. Where is it?
What, when the Doctor furiously raises his eyebrows?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
I think Nigel Robinson thought that was an important enough moment to record.
See, and that's why Time of Apocalypse is ass. That's...
Our adaptation of Time of Apocalypse is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I re-listened to it recently.
Oh, did you? How does it hold up?
Avery's amazing. I'm shit.
Oh, you're great. Fuck off. And I do still really like your Meryl performance.
But yeah, it was fun times.
Does my Raphael still hold up?
Yeah. Your Raphael's not bad.
Nice.
And they completely changed the Sensorite.
They
they just give him a comb. Like, as he was looking a bit
they combed in between stuff.
Yeah, no, it's because, like, I was talking about how he's a bit of a voyeurist. Like, he was kind of, furiously at it, and they're like, no, we can't have this. It's like children's TV.
Okay, so I found the scene, but they don't say anything about the Doctor's facial expression.
That is a shame.
Fucking Nigel Robinson.
Does he call him the Doctor, or does he call him Doctor Who?
He is Doctor Who. No, but he is Doctor Who. That is inaccurate.
But this is a late enough. This is a late enough Target novel that they stop calling him Doctor. I think he's only called Doctor Who in like the first three in the Frederick T. Muller.
He is Doctor Who. That is his name. That is the official canon name of Doctor Who. I'm glad that people don't get pissed off when you call them Doctor Who anymore. Do you remember people?
I think there are still people like that out there.
I mean, the Doctor Who fan base is really toxic in a lot of ways these days, but they are more chilled out about certain things, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, he's had a nasty sneeze. No. Seriously, when you watch this episode, do a no counter for this character. He says no a lot.
And the guy Maitland.
It's very funny.
This is like the one good Susan story on TV.
Hey, she's really good at An Earthly Child. And actually, I would argue the Daleks.
Okay, it's fine. One of the few good Susan stories on TV.
You know what? She's quite good in Marco Polo, too, isn't she?
She's great in Marco Polo, and the reason for that is that she has somebody to actually bounce off of in Pink Chair.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, like, Edge of Destruction, Keys of Marinus, Aztecs, Reign of Terror. All stories I like, but she's
as much as I love Keys of Marinus, she is the worst in that. Clingy, screamy, all the bad stuff. Yeah, like the only screaming that goes on in the jungle is fucking Susan. She brings the screaming to the jungle.
I bet I could read the Sensorites Target novel in the rest of the time that it would take to watch this story.
I mean, they're not long books.
They're not. I probably could.
Okay, the way that sounded like it was the start to something inappropriate. Oh, you're so tense, Barbara. How could we possibly make this man less tense, Barbara? Oh. Susan, I think I know a way, but I'll have to teach you. Sorry, that was fucking awful.
Oh god. They take the time to focus on their feet.
Yeah, no, this guy had a weird foot fetish. What was his name? Pinfield? You sick fucking field.
I find it interesting that these are really like the first alien species, like humanoid alien species that we see.
I mean, the Vord.
Oh, right. The Vord. I just forget about the Vord, even though Domain of the Vord is great.
Hey, the Vord are great. I love them.
Actually, considering we're talking about Hartnell, we may as well talk about Hot Dodo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hot Dodo. Lauren Cornelius. We all win.
Well, happy damn. Hot Dodo.
Everyone has something. We have Hot Rassilon and Hot Dodo. We all win.
Wait, who's Hot Rassilon?
Richard Armitage.
Well, I have to say, I think Tom Warrington is pretty hot, so...
No, Richard Armitage, the guy they cast for Gallifrey Time War 4.
Like, just listen to his voice. Would you not do what he tells you to?
Well, absolutely. But I mean, also Richard Armitage's voice, too. So...
Gallifrey Time War 4 was amazing.
Actually, Jacob, did you see they announced Lauren Cornelius for Chicago TARDIS?
I did. That's is that this year?
Okay, now this is the part where the horrors fall apart because they are just pathetic straight away.
Part of me kind of hopes I can go to Chicago TARDIS this year.
Like Susan and Barbara do big and then they collapse. That's the story.
Honestly, Jacob, I may try to. I may try to go. I don't know.
I mean, if you were there and I happened to be there, I would want to meet you, like, in person.
Hell yeah.
And be the awkward fuck that I am.
Come to Blighty. That's all I'm saying.
Dylan, it's easier for me to get to Chicago, which is like 2 hours tops away, if traffic's bad.
Aye, but Newcastle's much better.
I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure you're right, actually.
Dylan, there's a slight problem. There's an ocean in the way.
Well, fucking Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492.
But he never made it to the U.S.
And we're now 600 years later, so I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Unlike Christopher Columbus, I don't have a patron who's willing to pay for my travel.
But, I mean, he got, like, he may have been Italian, he got the Spanish monarchy to pay for him, so you get the English monarchy.
So, you're going to buy me a plane ticket, Dylan?
I'm not the monarchy.
Oh. Oh. Well, I don't know the monarchy.
Yeah, Jacob, just start saddling up to the queen.
Hello, Your Majesty. I may have liked several things from people who hate you. Give me money.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, big fun time. Also, yeah, there's the one with the kind of wild hair. No, that one's a neck.
No, because they completely changed the masks in between episodes. Like
he's a neckbeard.
He's a neckbeard.
Yeah, look at him. Like this one, fine Edwardian gentleman, very manicured and combed. That guy, neckbeard, lives in his mum's dungeon. Wait, was that cut normal? Does that cut happen every time?
Yeah,
that was really awkward.
I love how it's clear that like Carol Ann Ford forgot her line and was basically like, "Shit, I've got to be in this scene."
Yeah, my God, this bit is literally just them virtue signaling to fucking Sydney Newman saying, "Look, it's still educational, guys. You got a spectrograph."
Hashtag not my doctor. Hashtag get woke, go broke.
Yep. Spectrographs are woke propaganda.
Yeah, Doctor Who's not supposed to be educational. I'm not supposed to learn things by watching sci-fi.
Learning things is political.
Yeah,
I mean, the story is kind of very political, considering what inspired Newman to write it.
No. Doctor Who became political in 2017.
Yep, bad political. The moment Bill mentioned Orange Man, that's when Doctor Who became political.
But only with Whittaker, not with when Moffat did it.
Well, yeah. Chibnall just watched that one scene from Pyramid at the End of the World and was like, "Yep, that's my entire era right there."
No, I think that's kind of too harsh on Chibnall.
I don't think you can be too harsh on the Chibnall era. Well, unless you're not my doctor, in which case you can be. But I don't think anybody who isn't deranged can be too harsh on the Chibnall era.
I mean, Demons of the Punjab is a classic. I will not take criticism.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's good, but like, you know, I don't think that redeems his era even slightly.
I mean, I don't know. I like quite a few episodes from the Whittaker. I like What We Call Earth, Demons of the Punjab. It Takes You Away
is also a classic. I'm not taking your argument.
It's good, but it's nothing mind blowing.
I don't know.
It's the closest we're getting to a Kate Orman script in New Who.
Look, I like It Takes You Away, but I just don't think. I think if It Takes You Away was in like the RTD era, it would be considered good, but nothing amazing. But it's just so much better than what's around it. It has quite a strong reputation.
I don't know about that. I mean, it is better than most of what's around it. But I don't know. I still think like the story has merit on its own.
Oh no, it does. I didn't say it didn't have merit. I just don't think it's like an all-time classic or anything. I don't think there has been an all-time classic in the Chibnall era yet.
I respectfully disagree.
To be fair, like Moffat only had about 2 or 3 of those, but in 8 years of making Doctor Who. But there you go.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
I mean, Heaven Sent is obviously a nail on. I'd argue The Girl Who Waits kind of up there. Maybe Vincent
Doctor's Wife, Vincent and the Doctor.
Doctor's Wife's not an all-time classic. It's all
yes, it is.
Come on, Dylan. Doctor's Wife is
also, can we get hashtag release the game and cut trending?
Release the game and cut of Nightmare in Silver?
Yes, please.
Is that one where do they shoot the children in it? If so, I'm on board.
No, but here's the thing. Considering it's Neil Gaiman and Neil Gaiman knows how to write children, like
and Neil Gaiman also
that's what Capaldi meant when the children will know my name.
Children.
Look, a wobbly set. That's like.
Wait,
I never noticed that before. Fuck no, Jacob, you ruined the Sensorites for me. Fuck you.
The only wobble I've ever noticed in Classic Who is when like a rock is a bit wobbly in Earthshock.
It happens a lot, but like.
Does it? I mean, I've watched Classic Who over and over and over like a billion times. I've barely noticed anything.
It doesn't happen as much as people would like to make you think. But I think
it's mostly like the actors who talk about the wobbly sets because they actually had to work with them. Like we hear like Davis talk about it all, but like we never see the TARDIS console wobble or anything. But he always says that it did.
Yeah, look at this set. This episode sets look all like they could like, especially like the doors and things like they could fall apart. Just a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's why you need to spend more on your dolls than you do on your lead actress, like season 23. For context, to those who don't get that joke, Colin Baker found that they literally paid more to buy a door and Mind Warp than they paid Nicola Bryant to act in the story.
I remember hearing that story.
It's on the documentary.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, not actually great, you know, but like fucking hilarious.
Barbara's using Ian as a human shield. Damn, she's evil. Also, Ian looks very non-threatening with that hammer. Like, Ian is a proper Chad, and I've seen him look threatening with lots of things, but like, wow, he's not handling that well. Oh, look how terrifying. Overweight, tiny alien that, like, collapses because somebody big funk too much.
I mean, let's be fair. Let's be fair. They do have kind of a creepy design. Like,
I feel like this scene would have been if this scene was at the beginning of the episode, yes. But the fact we've already seen them collapse because Susan did a big funk already kind of killed the horror vibe for me.
but again, this is one of the episodes that was meant to be filmed all in one take, and you can tell.
Speaking of Ian and William Russell, Dylan, I just found out last night. Did you know that William Russell is in Superman, the first Chris Reeve movie?
No, I've seen that film a couple of times. I've never noticed him in it.
Yeah, he's one of the Kryptonians sentencing Zod at the beginning.
Well, I'll have to rewatch that then, because it's actually been a long time since I've seen that film.
Yeah. Yeah, I just found out last night on a Discord call. Jacob, were you here? Were you there for that one?
I was there for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was the one who brought up random Doctor Who stores, actors in like old films, because I'm in a music and film class this semester. Just because like I needed a credit and was like, this sounds.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did bring that up. Yeah. Can you guys hear the wind outside? It is really windy around here.
Is it snowy where you're at?
It snowed last night, but it's done now.
Wait, it's really snowing where you are? And, like, it's literally we're getting.
Yeah.
I walked out in a nice sun today. I've got my shorts on.
Yeah, it fucking rained all day yesterday, and then it turned into snow overnight, and now nothing's happening. But it's really windy and cold.
See, it's
What state do you live in again, Joey?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, is that one of those states like kind of in that weird polar vortex region where it's just always horrible winter?
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, because
our seasons can't figure out what they want to fucking do.
Because where I'm at, we didn't get any snow, but we did get it is just really cold today.
Yeah, kind of central northeast America has some weird weather, from I'm aware.
Yep. Because it was really nice out yesterday, but fucking.
Wait, what? It was really nice out, and then it snowed.
It was really nice out. Then it turned to rain for most of the day, and then it snowed overnight, and now it's windy and cold.
That's weather schizophrenia.
I'm telling you, fucking polar vortex.
Here's the thing. As a chemist, I have worked with molybdenum. I don't think it's that rare.
Yeah, but they've used it all up by the year 2567, you pillock. He doesn't even know basic chemistry future.
Oh, right. Sorry. I don't know the future chemistry. I'm stuck in the present chemistry.
I read TARDIS Wiki extensively to learn this. Do your homework.
Oh, well, if you've read TARDIS Wiki extensively, I want to know what replaced penises as genitalia?
Prostate.
I don't have a comeback. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put on a hoodie. Where the fuck's my hoodie?
I may too, because it's really fucking cold over here.
Yeah. Well, I'm cold. I have the chills.
Why would Jacob want to conceal his face with a hoodie indoors? Must be a criminal.
Criminal.
Define criminal.
A breaker of the law.
I mean, I may have broken ethical
and actually,
my big finish.
You have literally just illegally downloaded this Doctor Who story.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am watching on my DVD, which I own.
Yes.
I'm very sure
which I do own.
Very sure you are.
How do I know you didn't illegally download this episode of Doctor Whomst?
Well, I can prove it to you You just need to come in. So you come lighting.
Again, we'll work on it. I'm working on it.
Well, you've got about 2 hours before it finishes.
Well, I don't think that's going to work out. I don't think.
I love Hartnell here in this scene.
The Sensorites to invite them for a sleepover. I'd accept.
Yeah.
Sensorite slumber party. Something like the kind of hand stuff with Ian Barbara looks really weird. Like how she was using as a shield earlier, and now he looks like he's about to lift her up and throw her off a bridge.
The staging is kind of awkward.
Oh, I will say the documentary on the DVD for Sensorites is actually really interesting.
I don't believe you went to
the Finding Peter R. Newman one, the Toby Haddock.
Oh wait, no, I have seen that. You're right.
Yeah, any of the Toby Haddock documentaries.
So good. It's like nobody knows anything about this man apart from his family.
Dylan, I know you don't have. Dylan, you should really get some of the Blu-rays just for some of the extra documentaries. They're fascinating.
Well, I mean, you should now, definitely, now that they're doing the regular releases over there in the UK.
Yeah, but it's a choice between spend my spare money on Doctor Who stories I already own or Big Finish stories that I have not yet experienced.
That is reasonable.
That is reasonable. See, because in the US the DVDs are rare, I can still sell them for a decent value.
Oh yeah, no, mine are literally worth peanuts. If I sold my whole collection, I'd probably only have enough for about 3 of the box sets in their original releases.
I mean, Hartnell's not wrong with that science.
The Doctor's working something out using his brain and science. Isn't this so novel? He's not using like a slick screwdriver. It's great.
See, like we joke, but this actually is a novelty now.
It's such a shame that, like, yeah. Like
literally the best thing that ever happened in Classic Who is Eric Sayward destroying that fucking thing in the Visitation.
Yeah, Eric Sayward deserves a knighthood for that alone.
Oh, and also, Dylan, I don't know if you ever saw the interview after Timeless Children came out. Andrew Cartmel was interviewed about it. He's like, "Well, this is sort of like what you were doing." And Andrew Cartmel was like, "Fucking no, we actually had some fucking subtlety about it."
What? Yeah.
And
the script for the Timeless Children actually references the other.
Like, yeah, I didn't. Well, no, because it doesn't. No, because what it says is, it says something like, what is it? Tecteun joins Rassilon and Omega, and there's someone else there. But they don't say. No, that's right. No, I remember what it says. It says Tecteun joins, 2 other Time Lords, presumably Rassilon and Omega, and it makes this sort of trinity. They don't directly say the other, but people have taken that to mean like, oh, it's the 3 of them then. So.
I mean,
but what I love about that interview though is Andrew Cartmel was saying he's like if I ever had the opportunity to like write a new Doctor Who script, or if I was ever like in charge of anything like that again, he said like the first thing I would do is get rid of that fucking sonic screwdriver. Like I didn't just add the fucking in there; that's actually in the interview.
I don't.
Oh wait, never mind. They can wait.
Abrupt the ending of this episode was. It's just like, I mean, it's good, but it's an abrupt ending.
It's not as good as the kidnap ending.
I'm going with them.
I'm waiting for the kidnap ending. I'm so excited for the kidnap ending.
It's so good.
You mean the ending of the episode called Kidnap?
Yeah, in the last 5 seconds, there's like a kidnap out of absolutely nowhere. That happens in like 3 seconds flat.
You know, the episode Kidnap. The Sensorites, Part 3, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And here we are.
Is there a pulse in the call?
What's up?
You just did that. You got a horsey face. You're a fucking horse. Oh, Susan's agreed to go down with him.
To their planet, otherwise they'll all be killed.
Is Susan evil now?
Yeah, Susan is evil now.
Susan is evil now. I knew it.
He's a hidden danger. Was in Susan the whole time.
Part of me wishes they would do serials, and then in the new series, and like as a callback, only reveal the episode title after like an introduction, like the Hartnell era did.
Oh, that'd be great.
Well, they just have cold opens these days instead. Which, honestly, I don't like cold opens. And the reason I don't like cold opens is because when every episode has to have a cold open, which it did for a time in the Moffat era, it essentially meant that you had to have a kind of shock value moment at the beginning of every single story.
Well, that was also in the Davies era. Things up.
Same, and the Davies era as well. It's like it means you can't actually just build.
That is one good thing that I will say. Chibnall's Who does a better job at.
Series 11. In series
only do it like when you have an actual shock value intro to your episode.
Yeah, like it should be bad.
That's like meant to be there when it's meant to be built into the episode. Like me and Jacob do that with the adaptation. Like we only do pre-credit sequences when there's a moment at the beginning that could really lead nicely into the opening titles.
Yeah, like the one that I just adapted ends with the book opens with a death. So like that's a great pre-credits thing. But like I don't think The Pit has a pre-credits, does it?
No, it doesn't. That just opens with the title sequence.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I don't.
I would be right back.
Whereas, Transit does.
Oh, he's about to administer a jolly good smacked bottom.
Aren't all women made of glass in a way? Okay, I guess.
The hand ray! It's the hand ray! I didn't realize they were called the hand ray. I love it.
This was originally going to be the season finale.
Oh my god, what? Like, I love this story, but what a terrible season finale this would be.
Yeah. Well, like, the original idea was then Reign of Terror through Dalek Invasion of Earth would be the, like, season opening for season 2, which, might have also just been all of season 2, because I don't think they really, like, they didn't actually confirm Doctor Who was going to get a second, anything more than a 4-week second production block until, like, Reign of Terror was, like, halfway through airing. So, yeah. Like, during the production of this, I know they were like, yeah, so we might not have a second season. So, you may want to start looking for new jobs.
I am back. Oh, Dylan left too, I see. All right, so I chose a good time to... Okay.
Okay, because I was just babbling, and I didn't realize you guys had gone.
Were you just spouting production facts?
Yes. God. I suck.
That's great.
Okay, this scene is really sweet, though, like...
Quite.
There's Amazon Prime Video has like a bunch of the Mythmakers interviews.
Yeah, I didn't know, but I saw you talking about it recently.
Yeah, like I was watching it's so weird because like young Nick Briggs is basically just Nick Briggs of today, but like the sides of his head aren't gray. He's still bald.
He was completely bald then, right?
Yeah. Let's just say Nick Briggs and Patrick Stewart are two people that if you see them with hair, you just kind of lose your mind. Now you have caused one.
Huh? What?
What? Who? I was just quoting Hartnell, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
good.
losing. Look, I am loopy as fuck.
You're good. You're good. You have been stabbed. It's all good.
Yeah. Are you getting your vaccine soon?
I want a list for it. I haven't gotten any call about it yet, though. But, you know, I still have to work for it. Like, work during it, like, waiting for it.
That sucks.
I mean, whatever. At least I'm still getting paid.
But yeah. Yeah, I have another job interview coming up at some point for another organization. I'm actually really excited. If I can get one of these research positions, I will be really happy.
Very good.
It would be amazing and kind of scary, but also amazing. I would actually have to live on my own.
I mean, that's good, though.
Yeah.
I always really like these supporting characters.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun.
I don't know if fun's the right word, but sure.
I do think their like uniform design is kind of silly. Like,
oh God, yeah.
Like
the fucking rockets on them.
The two rockets. Like, why? Yeah, it leads to trouble. It leads to trouble for you, Ian. So do we think Barbara and Ian have hooked up by this point in the series?
I like to think they've hooked up before the series has even started.
Interesting.
Well, don't they actually have sex in a PDA?
They have children in a PDA.
Well, no, because I could have swore there was what's it called? Fucking, I can't remember. Let me try to find it.
I do love those human beings.
Beans.
Are you a happy, content worker for Amazon, Dylan?
Aye. Unions are bad, as we all know.
That's right, The 11th Tiger. Yeah, by McKinsey.
See, I've never read that, and I'm trying to find a copy for that isn't super expensive.
See, I remember just hearing about that. Like that was like the first thing I ever knew about the PDAs was that like Ian and Barbara had sex in one.
Wait, what? Which one?
I think Dylan's actually read The 11th Tiger.
I have it, but I haven't read it. Like a great many of the books I have.
A true collector of books.
Well, I mean, come on. They may not have had on-screen sex in the Romans, but they had sex in the Romans.
Definitely.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Although I don't think they're going to orgies.
I mean, weren't the Romans like the Greeks in a lot of ways?
Well, yeah, I mean, Greco-Roman culture is a term for a reason. But what do you mean by like the Greeks in a lot of ways? Like, what are you specifically referring to?
Free love and all that.
Oh yeah, that's why I said there was. That's why I mentioned orgies, because I don't think Ian and Barbara would be a fan.
Surprise! They actually are.
Wait, what? Where's this?
I don't know. I'm making it up. I will somehow make it canon. Like how Charlie Pollard went to an orgy once.
That's yeah.
Hey, but she seems like the kind of person who might try an orgy.
She didn't stay. So, Joey, you like that cameo for 8 that I wrote into Hummingbird?
Hey, wow. Okay, Jacob, shut the fuck up.
Sorry, my brain is all over the place right now.
Stop.
And I'm yeah.
Hello, Joey. Praise me. Praise me, Joey. Praise me.
Praise me.
Okay, you know, I will actually, because your performance in scales is actually fucking fantastic.
You are brilliant in scales, Dylan. That is true. You know, I'm kind of glad we've only really gotten the Sensorites back in Big Finish once.
I mean, they're not an idea with a lot of longevity.
Wait, what?
So.
They were in the Big Finish.
Yeah, Susan's Award. That Susan Time War box set.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll actually buy it now.
And they were used really well.
Yeah. Ian's in it too, and it's also more Ian Barbara fan wank because it confirms that they're married and everything. So.
Yum.
It's one of many stories that confirms that they're married.
But if I remember correctly, the only Big Finish occurrence that does so, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
the Rocket Men.
There's not Rocket Men. But yeah, I was about to say the Rocket Men definitely shows
the Rocket Men. Oh yeah, the Rocket Men has them in love, but I don't think that no other story has actually had them married already, like Susan's War.
No, we don't need anything to confirm it. We just know it happened.
Yeah. Well, they also get married in that one 11th Doctor comic, and then
was that
and then they're married already. Hunter the Burning Stone, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I really like it. But then they're married already in a couple books, like Face of the Enemy, and
I want to see the first Doctor give best man speech at Ian's wedding. What the fuck are you talking about? When was Ian doing this? I'm wondering whether Ian Stag would be just really debaucherous or just very civilized. Because he might let his hair down one night.
You could see it going either way, really.
Yeah, just depends. If somebody buys shots early on, it's going down that way, you know.
Oh my god, Jacob! Did you see fucking Neil Gaiman's April Fool's joke today?
Oh, what was his April Fool's joke?
Says, I'm so happy to communicate this to you. I'll be the next Doctor Who showrunner. I'm fulfilling a child's dream. I couldn't be happier.
Neil, why?
And it's a picture of him wearing a Tom Baker scarf.
Neil, can we just?
I mean, at least he acknowledged
that's a cruel April Fool's joke, because it's I think everybody on Earth would prefer to be showrunner.
I just want Neil Gaiman, please, to write more Doctor Who.
Yeah, and without Moffat breathing over his shoulder like Nightmare in Silver.
I do know that part of at least Nightmare in Silver is partially the reason why Good Omens is so great, the TV version. Because Gaiman said that taught those experiences on Nightmare in Silver taught him essentially to be like, here's how to put my foot down.
Can I just pause you 1 second, Jacob? Did Susan just chastise a Sensorite about having a lower caste when she's from Time Lord Society?
She might have. Wait.
Okay, right. You sanctuary hypocrite, Susan.
Is Susan a Time Lord, though?
Yes.
Is she?
Yes.
I don't think there's any evidence to suggest that she's not, but at the same time, there's not any evidence to suggest that she is. So.
Well, she's related to one, and it's something you inherit.
No. No. Time Lord's a rank, not a race.
Yeah, but like you inherit the rank. It's like, nobleman isn't a race, but you inherit being a nobleman from your...
No, you don't. You gotta go to the academy, I think.
Really?
Am I right, or am I...
I thought
no, you're right, because you go to, like, Time Lord Academy, yeah.
I thought it was like kind of a upper class kind of thing.
No, I mean, they're upper class twits, but it's upper class that the rich can get. I assume the rich, there's, classism and shit, but, like, theoretically, anyone can be a Time Lord. Like, that's what happens to Ace.
I have to say, I've heard about that, and obviously I don't know the context of the plot it takes place in, but I don't buy Ace becoming a Time Lord at all.
Here's the thing, Dylan. Under Romana, Gallifrey becomes different. Joey will back me up on this, I hope.
Yeah, but I think Ace is just so completely opposed to anything close to, like,
but I think that's sort of why the Doctor takes her on, because the initial plan is always to make her a Time Lord, to change Gallifreyan society herself, because in a way she reminds him of himself.
Not sure I'm a fan.
Well, you should listen to the Gallifrey spin-off series from Big Finish.
I'm really not interested.
Oh, it's really good. It's real good. It's good.
Gallifrey got old in 1981.
Yeah. But here's the thing: the Gallifrey spin-off series has Romana as president and Brax as a bastard, and Leela.
And to be fair, there has been at least one good Big Finish Gallifrey story in Neverland. I'm trying to think of the second one, though.
Time in Office is really good. But that also takes the piss of Gallifrey quite a bit.
I mean, I have that, but I haven't heard it yet. One of the restrooms. No, literally, they're just putting this guy in a shitter.
Hang on. Have bathrooms always been called restrooms, or is that a more recent development?
It might be, because otherwise restroom's a bit of a bad phrase.
Yeah.
He's good. Ooh. Woo.
Gotcha, bitch.
Do apologise for my noises.
You're all good. I especially love the disheveled hair Sensorites.
God, the city administrator is honestly the biggest bastard in all of Doctor Who. Like
he fucking is, though.
Like, just such a hypocrite. And that's the thing about kind of seasons 1 or 2 of Hartnell. Like the kind of villains are always really catty, but all the better for it. Think Tagana, the city administrator here, so Yatoxel, Ella Kier.
So many good
the villains in the Witch Hunters.
I love the Witch Hunters so much.
Dude, it's so good.
That might be in my top 10 Who books, honestly. Like,
it's a solid contender.
It's my favorite. Obviously, I haven't read as much as you. It's my favorite out of what I've heard.
I've read it. Oh! Sorry, I thought you meant I've read it more than once. I've only read Witch Hunters once.
Yeah, I've only read it once.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience reading that. It's a really good book, by the way. Everybody get it. It's only like £2 on Amazon, so you've got no excuse.
There's also a reprint if you can't find like the original copy.
And like literally, it was such an amazing, intense read that as I was reading it on the bus on the way home from college, back when I was reading it, it was like my heart was pounding in some scenes. Reading a book. Do you know how good a book needs to be to get your heart racing? It does it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Mason's April Fool's Day joke is, I'm not actually real. I've been a bot this whole time.
I saw that.
Oh, did you see in the this is what makes sense when you watch this, but the chat and how Shay fell for Mike.
Yes.
Yes, I did see that.
We need to get Shay. We need to get Shay to do more shit with us. He's so fun.
He is, man. I'm sure he'll be up for it.
If you ever do a pyramids, Paradise Towers commentary.
See, now I'm almost definitely going to.
You do it
Oh,
for
Dylan,
Shay.
I can't believe you unironically posted that as your fucking April Fool's joke, Dylan.
But I can't believe I actually worked on somebody.
Wait, did more people fall for it other than Shay?
No, but Shay was enough. I mean, especially considering Shay actually knew the person it was in reference to.
Yeah.
Basically, context for viewers, I posted the farewell speech that a toxic friend we all used to have posted when they like pissed off because we found that they were a snake. And it was a really funny speech, so I reposted it on April Fools, and then Shay thought I was being real, even though it's like sounds absolutely nothing like something I'd say because it's just dumb.
And I missed like the 2 seconds of Shay being active in that chat. That makes me really sad.
Rip.
Oh, he has a beard now.
Ooh, command me, ooh.
No.
Oh, these two are dating.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I shit the city administrator and whoever the fuck that is.
The city administrator's gimp. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it, but like I've seen this story so many times that like the city administrator's voice is so distinct in my mind. Like it's one of those voices that like that I can very easily pick out.
Administrator, all of these worthless ape humans. I'll say I think he'd get on with the Silurians quite well, actually.
Oh, absolutely.
There we go, Big Finish. Box set idea. Silurians and Sensorites team up against the humans.
Yep. They'd make it.
I mean, if they'd make a box set called The Churchill Years with Ian McNeice as Winston Churchill, they'd make anything.
They read they're going on their second volume now of Lady Christina from Planet of the Dead.
It's like with Winston Churchill and Lady Christina, it's not just that nobody asked for it, but negative people asked for it. In terms of the fact that more people wanted it not to happen than people who wanted it to happen.
Oh, we're at the cliffhanger. William Russell kind of overacting.
Chesterton's had some really bad. He had some little vodka. Burned his throat.
Your friend is dying.
Oh,
and they forgot to capitalize the E in episode.
Wait, what?
Do they usually?
Yeah.
I thought it was always just the N and next capitalized.
No, it's usually the N and the E.
Wait, now I'm gonna be watching out for this.
Yeah, it's a thing that it happens in this episode, and I think in Keys of Marinus, they forget to capitalize the E.
Huh.
Yes, I am a weirdo who notices the weird discrepancies.
It's all right. We're all really sad classic Doctor Who fans here, Jacob. No shame.
The Sensorites, Part 4, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Hartnell vortex is just fucking mesmerizing.
It is. It's such a
vortex. Like, doesn't the vortex have to kind of spin round and round or something?
Mm.
Listen. It's fine.
Well, you can see the shadow of the cameraman.
Shit.
Yeah, that should be the name of this episode, The Shadow of the Cameraman.
Oh my god. I love how awkward that must have been to them, just all just like having to keep their hand on Ian, or like on William Russell, as like the camera just awkwardly stands over them, just like it showed the title and the writer.
Just got out of his ass.
So apparently the creator of Squirrel Girl saw Brax's latest piece.
Oh, very.
Can I just say, this is another disease plot where the disease is actually a poisoning, which happens like loads in classic. I love it, but it's true.
Oh, so I just looked up Ian's TARDIS wiki page, and apparently on the day of the Doctor novelization, on the 50th anniversary of the show, Ian and Barbara were on their 4th honeymoon.
Their 4 honeymoons? Does that mean they got divorced 3 times?
No, they just went on 4 honeymoons.
I think they're just that in love.
Yes.
That sounds like he's telling him to, like, just shut up and die. Rest quietly, Chesterton. Suffer in silence. I know you're dying, but we've got some living to do here, dear boy.
This is where the story gets unrealistic. No sensible government would dare allow the normal people to drink from the rich people's source of water.
Yeah, especially with, like, in America, you have Flint, Michigan, where it's literally lead poisoned water.
Oh, you think it's just Flint?
I mean, it's just good because it's the name. Flint's like kind of name for metal that you shouldn't be drinking, and you drink the metal you shouldn't be drinking. Wait, Flint isn't the metal. Shit.
Yeah, Flint isn't metal.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Well, sorry, I don't have a chemistry PhD like you, Jacob. So
I don't have a PhD. I just have a bachelor's. I'm not that smart, guys. Like,
then how do you explain your massive Muffat-sized brain? Literally, it's in outer space. It has to be stored next to the moon.
Some people work out. I just read.
It's brain gym.
Brain gym.
I mean, I also go for runs, but that's different.
Yeah, I get the runs sometimes too.
Oh god. Fucking. Can we just like take like a 5 minutes to rip into Brian Corrigan, the asshole that fucking flaked on us today?
I think we need to blame Jessica Corrigan.
Yeah, fucking.
Well, I'm gonna say this now. Brian doesn't not have an aunt. He was trying to get away from us. He doesn't like us.
You know, I legitimately thought that for a second. Because like I was talking to him last night on Discord, and I was like, "Hey, you still gonna be good for the video tomorrow?" He's like, yeah, sure." And I'm like, "You fucking asshole."
Wait, is Brian a Sensorites lover or a Sensorites hater?
He likes it. Yeah, he's a brother.
I can't believe I've actually found more than 2 other people who like the Sensorites. This is amazing.
Right.
Again, it's not that bad. Like,
it's good. It's really good, honestly.
Especially
it's
when
almost
just like Celestial Playmaker or smugglers out there.
Celestial Playmaker is good.
It's also definitely not the worst of season 1.
But like, literally on Twitter, not on Twitter, sorry, on like all these polls, it always comes in the bottom 20 Doctor Who stories. And I just don't understand that.
Yeah, like of all time, seriously, like
I mean, what? This is worse than like.
Also, can we just appreciate his jester hat? The most vacant stare in existence.
Is it supposed to be like? Is it? Are we supposed to stick?
My God, this is literally like, internalized racism, where it's like, I can't tell any of us apart unless we wear insignia.
See, but I think my favorite scene is in this episode too, where the lady fucking walks up to the sensor and goes, if you all like change your sashes and badges and everything, we wouldn't be able to tell you apart. And the fucking villain Sensorite turns to the camera and goes, I had never thought of
that. I could tell them apart without the insignia because of how the hair is.
Yeah.
It's like, and I love how this scene was literally a build up to that. No.
You. I mean, obviously the Sensorites are a metaphor for the Japanese.
Are they?
Yes.
Wait,
I'm not even joking.
See, big brain Jacob comes in again.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. This is all a metaphor for the Japanese prisoner of war camps in World War II.
Here it is. Here's the scene.
Yeah, but...
See?
This is right. If you say it, like, the thing is, Jacob, now that you said that, people are going to believe that is what is going on in the episode, and then they're going to say the whole thing about we all look the same apart from our sashes of office. Yeah, right. Just cancel the Sensorites inadvertently, Jacob.
Yeah, the Sensorites is canceled.
I mean, it does kind of play into the meek Asian stereotype, I guess, if you take the metaphor of Sensorites as Japanese people.
Yeah, but like
I don't see how they're Japanese though.
The Sensorites as characters aren't like actually a human race.
So, I know that. I know it's look.
You can't even read it that way within the text. It's subtext, and it's I don't know. I don't think that really works.
I don't see any This is not Japanese prisoner of war camp. Like, I actually have a family member who was in a Japanese prisoner of war camp. It was not at all like this. Not comparable.
Well, no, this is how Peter R. Newman actually was inspired to write the story. Like, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, well, maybe it was an inspiration, but it's certainly not reflective. I don't think it's meant to be a metaphor for Japan.
Yeah. So.
But since we're treading on the topic of canceled Doctor Who stories, did you guys see people getting pissed off at the Terrence Dicks collection for including Talons? The Target book collection that they're making.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't see how you can have a problem with the book because the script isn't racist.
Yeah,
it was,
the script reflects racist attitudes of the time, but that's literally just to be historically accurate. Like the actual point. Yeah, that's literally the point. Like Lee Sen Chang saying we all look the same is literally him saying, yeah, you've like all you British people are fucking racist.
Like, it was literally it was meant to be a kind of semi-critical pastiche of the Penny Dreadfuls used to get in the Victorian era, which were quite racist.
Like, yeah, there's a racist thing in the story, and that's what's his name? John Bennett? Is that the actor's name? Yeah, John Bennett in Yellowface, but like the script itself isn't racist in and of itself.
I think it's important to remember that while it's still bad, it's like, Asian actors were really, 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 really hard to get in the BBC at that time. This isn't like American cinema where you could get anybody from anywhere, and they were just choosing to use like yellowface or blackface or whatever. Like, because you had to be part of the acting union equity, and there were not many Asian actors in that at all. Like, for the Mind of Evil, the only reason they're able to get like, an actress for what's the name of the character?
Fuck, I can't think of the name. I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah. So the delegate, the female Chinese delegate,
Yeah.
the only reason they didn't get an Asian actress for that was just because the writer's wife was Asian. Like literally would not have been able to do it otherwise. Like they said they literally looked and couldn't find anybody, and they were going to have to not do it until they found out that Don Horton's wife was a Chinese actress.
That's great. I mean, I guess in Talon's case, there's the argument that, well, there are a shit ton of other Asian actors in that story with non-speaking roles.
Yeah, but like I think they were extras rather than like actors. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And they're more meant to be stunt people because like they're mostly there for the action sequences.
But I'm not excusing it or anything. I'm just saying. I'm just saying there's nuance to it that people just don't want to talk about nuance because they don't like having to actually use their brains.
Indeed.
I'm cancelled now, by the way. So yeah, say goodbye to me.
Rip Dylan.
He knows the source. I honestly I got the vibe that Hart was going to be pretty fluff there, but he actually got through it.
Yeah. I like this little montage here.
Yeah, it sounds like a rocky.
The Sensorite practicing calligraphy.
Yes, they have beautiful handwriting. It has to be said.
But then all the negatives next to the clearly printed words on the side there look nothing like the rest. Like,
I'm getting massive Cup vibes from that Sensorite you just bought in. Sweet.
So they're testing all of the waters. Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like when the Doctor is an actual scientist. Like, I don't know. I really like this.
No, but don't you see? It's so clever because the Doctor is actually a magician. He's got a magic wand and he does magical things for the universe. So clever.
Bring the show back without a serialized format. In general, just heard it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of worked in R2D, even though it wasn't my thing. It worked because R2D had a very specific vision of what to do, and his format fit what he was trying to do, even if I wasn't a fan. Whereas there was just, with Moffat and Chibnall, there was no thought about how the format will actually fit what they're writing. It was just like, well, let's just do it because that's what's been done in the past.
Yeah. I would say now that they've reduced the episode count because of COVID, doing it as like doing a series of just 4 2-parters would probably be the smartest way to like film the show.
You wouldn't be using up too many different filming locations and putting more people's lives at risk. You wouldn't have to cast as many people or have as many crew members involved. It's just more effective. I just love the way that the city administrator struggled to get the sash off the Sensorite.
Again, this is such a dumb plot point. Like,
I love it. Yes, I know. We all look the same.
I take it we all look the same to you. Yes, I will be off this stupid fucking planet with these stupid fucking people.
With their stupid fucking hats.
You know, Jacob, your Hartnell isn't that bad.
You know that.
You're hired for Sorcerer's Apprentice.
You're hired.
We've already got a Hartnell.
Well, you can have Hartnell off with him. We'll make you do like the fight that he has with fake Hartnell in the chase.
Paramount success. It is indistinguishable.
What are you talking about?
That's the Daleks making Jacob.
Comes out full suit. No, comes out Sensorite Jacob.
Sensorite Jacob.
Dylan, did you see Sensorite Jacob?
I saw Sensorite Jacob.
Did you see Sontaran Jacob?
I didn't see Sontaran Jacob. I mean, I don't see how you could make Jacob a Sontaran. He's very not a Sontaran.
You'd be surprised.
It's literally because I have a big fucking forehead.
He looks. That Sensorite looks like a frog.
Where is it? There it is. I'm going to send it to the Skype chat.
It's all Antonio's fault.
It is. It really is.
I love how his voice has changed as well.
Yeah. Almost as if they just got the guy that was playing the second outer to now do the administrator.
I don't see how that's you, Jacob. Is this just a Sontaran with square glasses?
See, but the I guess they like took Jacob's Twitter profile picture and like painted the suit that he was wearing from that over that Sontaran.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Jacob's the only person to have ever worn a suit. Fun fact. Apart from William Hartnell, of course.
Yes. This is why I my one acting was the Hartnell double in 1965's Chase.
Yeah. Yep. It is indistinguishable. It is indistinguishable from the original.
Success. It is indistinguishable from the original.
Jacob Licklider walks out. You understand what you are to do.
Quite so. I can't remember the lines. Shit.
Oh my god! Wait! Did you guys see the boom mic there? Wait, did you guys see the boom mic? Wait, did you see the boom mic there? The fucking.
I love how that decoration looks like the hat they're making the guy wear. I love how they've got just bracken growing off the fucking generator.
Yeah, makes sense.
Generator's got pubes, man.
This is where the weed from the deep for
Furry from the deep.
God, don't remind me of that meme.
Wait, that was a meme?
Yeah, like way back in like 2017, I think Harry made it. I think.
My God, they are pathetic, aren't they?
The noise is terrifying. Seriously, by this point, Hartnell's just like on his best. Like
before it started getting a bit too much for him by season 3.
Mm.
Because pretty much in season 3, his best performances are after he's had a break for a while.
Well, season 3, it doesn't. It wasn't even the role that got too much. It's just John Wiles was an asshole.
Well, and it was the fact that he actually had a form of dementia throughout series 3. It's true. It wasn't like a bit, like it wasn't like a terrible form, but it was like still a form of it. Well, was it dementia? It was, or it might have been. It was. He had some kind of old man disease in the brain.
Old... he had old man disease
in the brain. His brain was old. God, Ian's got a bad hangover. I can tell.
So also, we're enjoying.
Can I just point out like how all the Sensorites have really boring kind of insignia? Apart from this guy who has a snake.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly trying to be like a caduceus.
What's one of those?
It's the winged pole with 2 snakes wrapped around it, symbol of Hermes.
Oh right, yeah.
Symbol of technically medicine.
Ah, yes, clearly.
Oh yeah, because he's the chief scientist guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
There we go. So I love how like they hate Earthmen but use our mythology. What bastards!
But there's only 1 snake instead of 2. He's only half a doctor.
The full doctor is William Hartnell. That is the message.
Is Doctor Who.
He's got a boner. Look. He's enjoying being tied up. Well, he needs a shave. He badly needs a shave. Thanks for explaining that to the audience, the administrator. Greatly appreciated.
It's almost like the mind transmitter transmits thoughts or something.
I do wish I had a transmitter that could transmit thoughts.
See, I wouldn't want to hear your internal monologue, Dylan.
See, Jacob, I don't think that's the kind of thoughts that he was talking about.
Oh, Jacob doesn't know the thoughts I'm talking about.
Thoughts or thoughts?
You literally said the same word twice, Jacob.
Thoughts.
No, I didn't. One had a UGH, the other didn't.
You see, I think that's an American thing because it's thoughts and thoughts. Whereas you just said thoughts and thoughts.
Yeah, see, we pronounce them the same.
Yeah, well, you have a language where you just add some U's randomly.
Add some U's randomly. There is literally in the word. Like thoughts, there is U in thoughts, so therefore the OU pronunciation is perfectly legitimate.
Say color.
Color, which has a U in it. Well, who invented the language, Jacob? you cut out.
Technically, it was the French.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Yes.
Here we go. Next episode, kidnapped.
I'm a historian, Jacob. You say the French, but actually it was the Normans introduced some words into our vocabulary.
Who were the Normans?
Which, by the way,
who were the Normans?
So the Normans were a settlement of Vikings who came to raid France, but the French gave them a part of their country, Normandy, which, as you know, so that you wouldn't raid their land, and that's why it's called Normandy. It's about the Northmen, the Vikings.
The Sensorites Part 5, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
It was the fucking Angles.
Not French.
It was the Angles who were basically French.
What do you mean the Angles basically French? They're from Denmark and Germany. That kind of area.
Germany and France. I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Like, if there are any French people watching, they will now literally come and kill the IRA.
I hope they do, actually.
Because, like,
Deadly Nightshade.
They hate, like, French people hate Germany. Like, in a way that no other people do.
Let's see how long it takes for the kidnap to happen in this episode entitled Kidnap.
I'm gonna keep waiting for the kidnap to happen.
Anyway, get stupid.
I will be rip Jacob Licky Lick.
Everybody, the rulers have to be shot when the kidnap happens. Tension.
I will say I don't really like the human plot at the end of this episode, this story.
Yeah, it's like it's the one thing that I don't really like about this story.
We've got homeless Hartnell.
Billy H.
Billy H.
It's a glory hole, Susan.
Oh no!
That's a glory hole, Ian, Mr. Chesterton. Don't tell her, dear boy. She'll be tempted to use it.
Good God.
Imagine if Brian were here.
Why? What would he do?
He would just be more enabling of you and your insanity.
That's true.
That's true.
That's Brian. It's my favourite yank.
Excuse me, Dylan? Excuse me? Who's I don't know.
Giving you an opportunity to expand your view of Doctor Who with adaptations? I don't know.
The secret of getting people to love you is by pretending that you don't love them and they want you more.
Ah.
Don't do that. It's actually very manipulative.
Yeah, quite. Oh, Jackalus Hartnell. Oh, we love it.
Hit you into the heart, then how did it shred the back of your jacket but nothing else?
He took his jacket off and used it like a matador.
And then he put what? And then he put it back on.
Yes.
There's someone among us.
Why do you sound like the rapist from Keys of Marinus?
Oh no! Oh no!
This is why you don't get Loopy Jacob on things.
Wait. Yes, wait! Wait forever! He throws the bridge down. What a child. So he's not a child, he's a rapist. Stop. Yes. Tell you. Will you?
How? How is it impossible, Mr. Sensorite Man?
My God, we have the perfect society. I'm completely contented. All completely contented, including the lower caste who have to like drink shit water.
I also love the idea of water being like somehow some water like tasting better than others. It's water. It is water.
I mean, the lower caste are probably drinking the sewage water. Drinking some of that Flint, Michigan lead water.
I mean, considering my city does have the exact stuff in place that caused the water crisis in Flint.
Jacob Leadliner. Jacob Leadlining. Hey!
You mean Jason Ledliner?
Jason Leadliner?
No one's going to understand that joke because you haven't released that episode of the podcast yet.
Yeah, well, my computer's been in the shop for a while, and I can't be asked to edit a 4-hour discussion.
Or are you just going to, like, chop off the bit at the end and the bit at the beginning and then just make it all one thing?
Well, there was other things that I had requests to edit out as well.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was a 4-hour thing, and yes.
Yes.
Yes. Look. What I find hilarious about this is like, what have they done? Like,
oh my god! So you know my tweet from earlier that I was talking about?
Yeah.
So Mason posted, "Oh god, I hate how I know what this is now. Holy shit!" And then somebody replied to them saying, "Isn't it Blake 7? What episode?"
Oh my god.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Wait, I want to see who it is.
It's Wilderness Wanderers 90s.
Oh no, I know them. Oh no. Fuck.
Oh, I love April Fool's Day.
It's fun. It's fun. I think I kind of like peaked on April Fool's Day though when I fucking posted that
did the
entire
Genesis
script.
thing?
When when I just like in like 2 takes read the entire Genesis script for our adaptation. And it's just me like reading through the whole thing trying to impersonate all the actors that were in it.
And losing it after like 10 minutes.
I'm
Dude,
sorry, but Brian's Susan and Barbara Spoon April Fool reading
oh yeah, that one's good.
was mwah. Show me what Pink Cho showed you.
God.
I think that happens in this episode, canonically.
Yeah.
That's why they were so awkward with each other at the beginning of the story. That's why Barbara had to spend some time away. My god, we got some fucking Sensorite S&M going on here.
The fuck was that?
There's a pipe. Look, you have your train, I have my pipe. And
That's true. I do have my train. Jacob, what do you have?
What? He has lead water.
A pen.
Yes, I have a train. Dylan
has the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, I bet you do.
Fucking Susan. Susan's racist against the Sensorites.
I'm going to piss on your floor!
So that was just a Series 13 leaf.
Oh my god! I saw that clip earlier.
Yeah, this is going to be the name of an episode actually. Like they read out the name of the episode as they often do these days.
I'm going to piss on your floor!
It takes you away. Can you hear me? I'm going to piss on your floor.
Yeah. That one will have an exclamation point at the end of it. Yeah.
Like master exclamation point?
Yeah, master exclamation point. My favorite box set.
Apparently, Ian McKellen is playing Hamlet at age 81.
Huh.
I mean, it's Ian McKellen, so
Yeah, he'll be great. Dylan, have you watched Staged?
What's Staged?
It's the David Tennant and Michael Sheen lockdown comedy.
Nope.
It is excellent.
it's really good.
Yeah, but you forgot David Tennant bad.
See, David Tennant actually good.
I don't actually believe that. But that's what people think I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I know you don't think that. But...
But we do need to stand up against Connor, actually managing to convince people that the bad parts of the RTD era are actually good.
Yeah, he's doing it with more and more people each day. He got Maddox now too.
No, it's shocking. Next thing, everybody's
I like the RTD era. I like the Moffat era, kind of.
Whoa, that's a hot take right there, Jacob.
They have massive fucking problems.
No, but the thing is, with the RTD era, like, for the most part, I don't like it because it just isn't my thing. Whereas the Moffat era, I do think most of it is shit. Like, it's not just a personal preference, I just think it's terrible television. Apart from a couple of series which worked.
I mean, series 5 and 6 and 10 are good.
7
and 8 is.
Did you just call series 7 good?
No, he said 5, 6, and 10.
No, he said 5, 6, 7, 10.
No,
he
I
did
just
not
said
say
5, 6, and 10. I
7.
promise you, I did not say 7.
Well, I don't think 6 is good either. So.
I mean, okay,
No,
no, okay. I think series 5 is shit. I think 6, 8, and 10 are the only good Moffat series.
8 isn't good either. It's like
8 is fine. 8 is fine. I don't know if I'd say it's good.
8's all right.
It's got two really good. It has some really good episodes, like the 2 Jamie Matheson ones.
But overall, crap.
Dark Water is a good episode.
And just the general characterization of the Doctor is the best in the Moffat era in series 8.
Listens a bit shit.
The thing is, it's good superficially. As in, on a superficial level, I really enjoyed Capaldi in that series, but actually what they tried to do for them is just bullshit.
It didn't help that Moffat was like, right, I'm going to course correct because no one apparently liked angry Capaldi, even though, like...
That's when Capaldi's at his best. and even then, like, what most people regard as the best Capaldi moments post-Series 8 are when he's angry.
I love this trope. The villain fucks up by, like, mentioning something that they couldn't possibly have known.
It's always the best.
It's the very Columbo. And just one more thing.
Oh, yeah, no, it's so Columbo, but I love Columbo. Doctor Who does Columbo.
I've never actually seen Columbo, I just know that it's a meme.
I've never seen Columbo. Columbo's great. Like, it's not anything, really substantive or brilliant, but, like, in terms of, if you've got a Sunday afternoon, back in the day when, like, you only had a few channels on the TV, can't go wrong with Columbo. Like, I remember a few Sunday afternoons.
I've only ever just had a few channels on the TV.
It's like back when it was like, just having previewing shit, with no streaming services or anything like that. It's just like, put on ITV3. We got Columbo on. That's your Sunday afternoon right there.
Yes.
They're literally promoting their enemy. This is great.
No.
I see. You found it because Aaliyah shared it.
This is like a pantomime he's behind you moment. I love it.
Wait, what did Aaliyah share?
No, you said the Ian McKellen thing. I guess you found it because she shared it.
Yeah.
fucking Ian McKellen, man.
That is Sir Ian McKellen.
Those fucking people that like get like legitimately pissed at you when you don't call knighted actors in the UK by like their Sir or Dame title. Like
he is the Knight of Jaffa.
Sir Ian Chestertits.
Sir Ian Chestertits. Classic.
I'm nearly finished with Staged, actually.
You still haven't finished it.
Nope.
You've been on the last 2 episodes for like a week now, Jacob.
Yes.
You're gonna love the guest stars in episode 7 too.
Oh, I've seen episode 7.
Oh, you did watch it? Oh, so you're on the last episode then.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Hi.
Fuck me, it's Kate Blanchett.
Yes.
Oh, he stopped being like he's got his marbles back.
I want to hear you unironically say the word marbles more, Dylan.
Marbles. Why? What's good about marbles?
I don't know. It's just kind of funny.
I don't get why.
I don't know.
Like,
I can't tell you. It's just kind of funny.
Marbles isn't even a word that's really affected by like my northern twang, so I don't see why it's like.
No, I can't tell you why I find it funny. It's just kind of funny.
Just Lord Slot ASMR just talks about marbles.
Marbles.
Joey.
What?
Did you hear that Lucifer Series 5 Part 2 might be coming out?
I was literally just gonna say that they just announced their release date, May 28th.
Oh, did they? Did they officially announce that?
Yeah, I thought they announced it yesterday. Yeah.
Are we sure it's not an April Fool's thing?
No, they announced it on the 31st.
Okay, good. I imagine we'll probably get a trailer this Sunday.
Oh, why is that?
It's Easter.
Oh, yeah. That would be great.
Hail Satan. Oh shit! I pushed my friends away.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Actually, did you see they finished filming season 6 though too, Jacob?
Oh yeah, they did. Is that actually gonna be the totally real last season?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
What?
Of Lucifer.
What's Lucifer?
It
is a show based on a comic book. It's
about Satan.
Satan leaving hell and just going to chill in Los Angeles, and he
solving crimes.
Yeah, it's fun. Most of the time. So,
most of the time.
Sometimes it gets fucking heavy. But yeah.
Yes. Neil Gaiman plays God in one episode.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's also very American, so you probably wouldn't like it. Because Dylan hates...
Tom Ellis, though. Tom Ellis.
It does, and he is great.
Tom Ellis is a fantastic actor. I would fucking love to see him in a bigger role in Doctor Who someday.
Tom Ellis for the Doctor.
I'd watch it. I'd fucking watch it.
Yeah, but we would have.
Let's be real. He'd be a damn good master.
He would.
Let's
be honest. The amount of fangirl thirst if he got cast in like the Doctor.
Oh my god! Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh my god.
So can we just see if we agree with the BritBox rating of this series, this episode? Classic science fiction, which may be scary for younger children.
Oh, yeah.
I would disown a child who was scared of this. Now, how are you going to survive?
If you're like a toddler, maybe.
Yeah, scared is a matter of perspective, Dylan.
But maybe in the first episode, but like this episode?
Does every episode have the same rating?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it on BritBox.
What even was that voice, Dylan?
So British.
What? I just said
I'm
yeah.
an Anglophile.
Like yeah is just yes in German.
I don't know. It just kind of reminded me of Jerry's BritBox voice.
BritBox. Oh my god. So
God.
British.
So
Such
British.
an Anglophile. Oh my god. Like, you know, my ancestors are actually Scottish, so that's why I wear a kilt on
I've worn a kilt before.
My god, are you Scottish too? You're so Scottish. Oh my god.
No, I was at a Scottish wedding.
Scottish.
I also just wore a skirt and a dress once.
Trans Jacob, we stand.
We stand, yeah.
I don't think wearing a dress once makes me trans.
I know.
I see. Okay, that's an actual one that I want to hear you say more unironically, Dylan. Stan.
So Maddox just gaslit me into saying it. So
you know, it's one of those things that, like, you know, like you have those words, you start saying them unironically, and then like it just becomes a regular part of your vocabulary.
I hate that Stan has become unironically a word that people use.
It's Maddox's fault. That's all I'm saying. Right. Don't blame me.
Ian was just going to blow the doctor's head off. Interesting that we're at 22 minutes into the episode, and no nap has been kidded.
Fuck you.
Where is the kidnap? Where is the kidnap? We were promised a kidnap. I paid, so let's see, how much did I pay for the DVD? Probably about £7. And to the 6 parts, which means it's about £1.10 an episode. I paid £1.10 for this episode. Where's my kidnap?
You know, I think I've only paid like the equivalent of £5 DVD.
Really? They're usually more expensive in America.
I mean, it was $7, but that's about like £5.
Yeah, but I was able to get the War Games for £6, which I bet you would.
I think I paid like $9 for the War Games.
Wait, really? I thought War Games was really rare.
Well, Jacob collects Region 2, so
yeah,
I
right.
I got a lot of my DVDs imported, so they're really cheap.
Oh, okay. Well, bear in mind, I was like getting these back in the day when they were still where DVDs were still expensive to produce. Like I remember, I was paying like £13 back when that £13 was actually a lot.
Here's the thing. DVDs. Remember, for a single Doctor Who DVD, generally it's $20 in the US.
That's shame.
Luckily, like some of the DVD box sets have gone down. Like, so like yeah. Again, no kid has been napped.
Can we stop talking about napping kids?
Wait, what are you talking about? Nap? Oh right, kidnap.
I mean, I also kind of need a
nap. He's just got napping on the mind, whether it be with children or with himself.
Oh god. I need to fucking record some.
Yeah, those are the pipes that are making all the noise in my room, Joey.
Oh, okay. I've never heard them there before.
Yes, you have. You've commented on it multiple times.
Have I?
Yes.
No way.
Yes way.
Huh.
Way.
So British.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten Jerry. Wait, no, Jerry was on the Invasion. Never mind.
Was on the Invasion, and he's going to be in the War Games later this year too.
Ooh, War Games is fun. I would like
the sequel to the Invasion commentary.
Oh yeah, because aren't you like slowly increasing the episode count?
Yeah. But we had a really like fun dynamic with the guests that were on the Invasion, so we're gonna have the same set of guests on the War Games.
Oh look!
Oh my god! What's happening, guys? No! Right next to the water fountain as well, which has been the cause of all the trouble.
So, isn't Peter Glaze a famous person in the UK? for like a TV show or something?
Who?
He's one of the Sensorites in this.
Peter Glay.
Oh
yeah, he's a comedian.
He's a haha funny man.
Yeah, he's not very haha funny in this, unfortunately. Ironically.
The Sensorites, Part 6, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And here we are, homeboys. Final episode.
On the kidnap. We're gonna get to see the kidnap again. I'm looking forward to this recap.
Kidnap again. So good. So good they have to show it twice.
So really.
Why wasn't this episode called Kidnap? Like, why?
They really did build up the suspense, didn't they, in terms of the kidnap? It's like, when is the kidnap gonna happen? Like, oh my god, it's happening now! Right as I least expected it, right at the end.
Also, I think the sequence is longer.
Oh yeah, it genuinely is. The kidnap sequence is genuinely longer in the episode called A Desperate Venture. That sounds like a visit to the red light district.
Written by Peter R. Newman.
Sadly, the last Peter R. Newman credit on Who. I love that.
Man John! You said little Man John! To Man John! Man John! Also, they both have massive bonus right now. This is a fucking Sensorite Bukkake going on.
No. If this was the Celestial Podcast, this is where Joey would cut and do a...
This is where he's especially turned on the background by like getting abused by the city administrator.
He just likes watching it.
He does.
I know he's getting involved.
He's a bit
quiet! Like, shut up!
Fuck involvement is cut short.
I am the master.
Stay here and watch and do nothing else. That is what you are good at. Oh, that's the man, John. Oh, Barbara's back. How was your holiday? Where did we think we went on holiday? Where do you think she went on holiday?
Spain.
She went on a romantic date with Maitland.
Also, were holidays to Spain common in the 60s, bearing in mind it was still a fascist dictatorship in the 60s?
I would say no, then.
Well, I don't know if it was. I mean, it's not like people avoid countries because they're dictatorships these days. Look at about people who go on holiday to China.
Yeah.
Or Cuba.
Maybe it's Portugal then. Basically, it's Spain 2, more or less. It's the sequel.
Mexico?
No, I said Portugal.
Oh. So is Mexico Spain 3 then?
Yeah, Mexico is Spain Revelations. It's a very bad sequel.
So apparently this is a palace.
It is?
Yeah.
Look at how palatial it is, man. So much on-age jewelry. Look, that's the only decoration, the whole of like this throne room behind Susan. was certainly getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy.
You'll help us. You're Doctor Who.
Is that in the Nigel Robinson adaptation, Joe?
I hope so, but I'm not looking again. I have the Nigel Robinson target novel of The Underwater Menace, though, and that sounds like fun. I think he did what? He did Edge of Destruction, Sensorites, Time Meddler, and Underwater Menace.
And the Menace of the Underwater.
And I have all of those. So, hurrah.
You own every Nigel Robinson Doctor Who book in print.
I do. Well, yeah, I do. Shit, that's weird. I even have the Lost Stories he adapted. Like in some of the few physical Big Finish I have the first Doctor box set.
Did he? Oh yeah, he did adapt Farewell Great Macedon, didn't he?
Yeah, and he adapted Fragile Yellow Ark.
Didn't he also do Masters of Luxor?
I think, but I don't.
Yeah, but it's not his fault that it's shit. It was a shit script to begin with.
Look, Nigel Robinson's a good writer, but fuck Tower Apocalypse is boring.
Well, and fuck Anthony Coburn, who wrote The Masters of Luxor, which wow, it's horrifically sexist.
That it is.
And isn't it like really pro-religion too?
Yeah, really pro-religion as well.
Weird.
You can see why.
Pretty antithetical to most of Doctor Who, really.
I'm so glad some people are now listening to like Farewell Great Macedon because of like the
it's so good.
Because of the what?
The DWM thing.
Oh, version. Gotcha. Man, this commentary's been really tame without Brian here.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of that's also just my head.
That's fair.
Yeah, but in another world, this episode would end with the weird, with the time vortex thing, the space overlay.
The what?
You know how Reign of Terror ends with that speech from Hartnell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When this was possibly going to be the finale, that would have ended here.
Oh. Wait, at this exact point?
No, in this episode, obviously. Yes, the random speech from Hartnell would end the episode in the like.
Yeah, at this point in the episode, they find the guy in there.
No, I think this episode was like this story had like half of its episodes like pushed back a week because of like football.
Football. So British.
Fine, soccer.
So American.
Or was it? No, I think it was like the World Cup. I think.
Oh, you talk about actual football. I thought you talked about American football.
No.
Sensorites didn't even air in the U.S.
Well, actually, it aired in Canada.
Sorry, I tuned out for a moment.
Oh my god. Okay, so Jacob was saying that half the story's episodes were pushed back a week because of football.
And what was it, like the cup final or something on the day it was meant to be broadcast?
I guess. Jacob,
possibly. Hang on. When's?
Because the only time that I know that happened in Classic Who is when Resurrection of the Daleks had to get condensed to 2 episodes because of the Olympics.
Yeah, but who watches the Olympics? It says a person who literally.
Yeah, because there was like there was a 2-week break between episode 2 and 3.
Damn.
And it would have been the World Cup because there wasn't a World Cup in 1964.
What was it? What was it? Something was happening, I know, and they had to push it back a week. Wait, is the World Cup every 4 years?
Yeah, every 4 years, and obviously there's one in '66, which is obviously the best one that happened. So,
Isn't that the one where England won or something?
yes.
This is also a prequel to the Ood stories.
Ah, yes. The natural precursor to Impossible.
The Ood. Oh, here's the Gallifrey description.
Oh, see, I actually love this bit. This is nice.
Burnt orange.
Oh, yeah, this is the first description of Gallifrey.
Yeah, I think that's what Jacob just said, cunt.
No, I said it first.
See, so the Impossible Planet is really a sequel to both Pyramids of Mars.
Okay, so I found out that it's actually because of the FA Cup.
What's the FA Cup?
That's like the cup that all of the English teams play. Like, a knockout tournament rather than the league.
Okay, well, again, I don't know sports.
Well, so you have a regular league season, which, teams in the same division play each other twice each season, once home, once away. Some might get a title or promoted, some will get relegated to a lower league. Whereas with a cup, it's knockout football between all sorts of different teams from different skill levels. They've got some big pencils there. Oh, so they've got some lockdown hair going on.
Yes, don't do anything to alarm them. No sudden movements. They can only see you if you move.
Yeah, the weeping angels. Wait, that's that.
T-Rex logic.
God, why do they talk like Sensorites?
Because they're on the sense sphere?
Because it's like an allegory, They're not so different and all that.
Hey, at least this hasn't broken you like the Cryons did.
I mean, this isn't necessarily bad. It's just really poorly built up.
Oh yeah, this final episode is the weakest.
Yeah, this is where it does fall apart a little bit.
So in our hypothetical staged remake, who's Samuel L. Jackson?
That one is. I mean, I don't see why it can't just be Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't know.
Tom Vance.
Tom Vance. No, it's gotta be actual Doctor Who actors. For context, for those listening, I joked with Jacob a little bit ago that the actual American stage remake would be me and Brian Cork, because we just have that relationship.
Which is very true. They do have that relationship.
It's true. and that Jacob would be Simon in this hypothetical Brian and Joey staged. Which I hate how much that fits you though.
It does. It says a lot about me as a person that I'm Simon fucking Evans.
Okay, just gonna say it. The Sensorites really isn't that good commentary for them.
Wait, what's up?
I mean, it's fine at the start, but like by the end, you're just like.
And I watched the commentary for this, like the actual commentary for it. It's
Who's
good.
on the commentary? Is it?
It's William Russell, Carol Ann Ford. I think one of the Sensorites from it, and I want to say
Toby Hato probably.
Oh yeah, he like moderates all the '60s commentaries. I have the DVD case right. William Russell, Carol Ann Ford, Sensorite guy, and Martin Huntley. Martin Huntley and Giles Phipps. They're two of the humans here, and then Frank Cox, Raymond Cusick, Sonia Markham. She's a makeup designer, and
she did a lot of the makeup for the '60s.
Yeah, so because the way they always do the '60s commentaries is they have like a rotating cast of people on the commentary, which I guess because they're all fucking old and they I don't know have low attention spans. I don't know what it is.
I still find it hilarious that they basically got Janet Fielding for most of the behind the sofas.
I hate that they broke it though. Like she's on in every season. It would have been the best running joke. That by the end she will have seen all of Doctor Who.
Just make Janet watch it all. Dylan, that is one of the things that makes the Blu-ray sets worth the purchase.
All right, give me money to buy them.
Dylan, you know that I don't have that.
You know I don't have it.
You probably have more than I do.
Is that your pipe again, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm smoking my pipe.
Are you being piped?
Absolutely.
Is it a pipe bomb?
Aye.
All these things and more.
Toby Hato was in Jago and Lightfoot?
Was he?
Yeah, he's apparently in Series 10 of Jago and Lightfoot.
Well, I'm coming up on Series 10 because I'm almost done with Series 9, so I will let you know. Oh, yeah, also David Warner's in Series 9, Jacob. So,
yeah, David Warner becomes a cast member after Series 9, I think.
Yeah, I think he's like a main...
Because it's got Lisa Bowerman in it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Anything that Lisa Bowerman is in just has to have David Warner as well, for reasons,
I'm getting a phone call from Peoria in Canada. I'm going to answer this. Let's see what this is.
See what happens. I think you only know one Canadian personally, so I don't know. I love the sharp sticks they carry. Dylan, have you died?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is heaven. It's just the same thing.
Well, it's just the Sensorites, yes.
Yeah, it's just
if the afterlife is just the Sensorites, it could be worse, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the best possible outcome, but I'll take it.
Especially if I get to be the city administrator while Jacob's some lower caste peasants that I get to fuck on, It'll be fun.
Jacob still hasn't gotten off that phone call from Canada.
All these lower casters, they just have to take phone calls all the time.
Yep. Constant rejection phone calls from roles that they're trying to get.
Careful you put that hand, Mr. Chesterton. I love how pretty much every single plan the city administrator has is spelled out in very explicit detail each time. Well, actually, this isn't even the city administrator. Just every Sensorite plan, explicit detail is given every time.
And they always like do it in like the weirdest conspiratorial way too.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking monoids in the Ark. Like how they're always like, they will never know where we've hidden the bomb. You mean in the statue?
Do you mean you've hidden the bomb inside that statue?
Shh.
Yes, we have. Do not tell all of the humans that we have hidden the bomb inside that statue. Okay, I will not tell them anything about the bomb that is hidden inside that statue against their knowledge. Just to make sure, I will repeat it very loudly.
Jacob is still gone. And the story's almost over. Fuck.
Alright, okay, so new opinion on the Sensorites. Episodes 1 to 5, I like it. Episode 6, horse shit.
I don't think horseshit is fair. It's
I've not enjoyed a single second since the kidnap.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the pathetic way they take out the administrator. And this scene at the end is nice in the TARDIS. So I don't know. There's stuff to enjoy, just not much.
Yeah, she's still awkward about showing Barbara what things should have.
All right, Jacob's been kidnapped by a Canadian, and the story is coming to a close. Fuck.
Episode like 1062 of Jacob's life, kidnap. Oh my god, they actually built up the Dallas Invasion of Earth. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Yeah, the stuff about like Susan like wanting to leave the Doctor and find a place where she actually belongs, like, is there like throughout most of her stories.
I mean, that's Dave Whitaker for you. He knows actually how to write characters.
Absolutely. I love this bit. Ian just says something offhand, and the Doctor's like, "Oh, what? So that's what you really think of me? Eh? Fuck you!"
And it's like, "I'm going to take you right home, right now." Next episode, A Land of Fear. Okay. These not getting home.
Well, Jacob's not closing out the commentary with us, so
yeah. Well,
Jacob.
Giles Phibbs can join instead. I like his name.
Yeah. So there's So rip Jacob. This is the end of the commentary. It has been a sad time without Brian, but it's all good. It's all good.
No, it's much better without Brian. Fuck Brian.
You know, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah. Fuck off, Brian.
Like he betrayed us for family. We're his family now. Does he not realize?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know how he could want anything more than watching the Sensorites for 2.5 hours straight in the middle of the afternoon.